In a cozy little house, hidden on a quiet street, lived a cat named Freya and her beloved owner, Janie. But one fateful day, everything changed. Freya sat on Janie's bed, her heightened senses vibrating with an inexplicable restlessness. She looked around the room, looking for her owner, but Janie was nowhere to be found. Confusion and worry took over Freya, and she let out a heartbreaking scream, a plaintive meow that echoed through the empty house. The days turned into weeks and Freya's calls continued. She wandered from room to room, seeking and longing for Janie's comforting presence. Something had happened and Freya realized it deeply in her feline intuition. She longed to find her dear human friend, to understand why Janie had disappeared without a trace. Driven by an insatiable desire, Freya was determined to run away from home. She scratched the door, knocked on the windows, and meowed questioningly, as if she was begging for help in discovering the truth. But her efforts were in vain. The world beyond remained inaccessible. Meanwhile, Janie's absence did not go unnoticed. Concerned neighbors who knew of Janie and Freya's bond wondered about the mysterious disappearance. The news spread and reached the sympathetic ears of staff at a nearby nursing home. They discovered that Janie had been transferred there, unable to care for herself. In an unfortunate twist of fate, nursing home staff realized that Freya would not be able to accompany her owner. They believed the cat would be better off in a shelter where he could find a new loving home. But Freya's heart longed for Janie, and her eyes glistened with silent tears as she looked at the world outside. As fate would have it, a compassionate employee named Emily noticed the sadness etched in Freya's eyes. She saw the depth of their connection, the unbreakable bond that had existed for years. Emily couldn't bear to separate them, knowing the joy they brought each other. With a compassionate heart, Emily made a decision that went against protocol. She begged the nursing home administration to explain the extraordinary bond between Janie and Freya. The words touched the hearts of those responsible, and they agreed with one exception. The day finally came when Freya had access to the nursing home. The kitten was led through the unfamiliar hallways, its paws stepping carefully on the sterilized floor. Freya's heart filled with love and relief, and as she jumped onto the bed, Janie's delicate hands cradled her gently. From that day forward, Freya became a volunteer resident of the nursing home, bringing joy and companionship not only to Janie, but also to other residents.